Welcome back, Granola Man.
My father's child's in the back.
That is my child in the back.
He's a good child.
I'm a very good
I like him.
Your headband like blends in really well with that mask picture in the back.
Oh my gosh, it does.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Brian's becoming one with painting.
Ian's like, you're becoming one with your painting.
I like wearing anything dinosaur right now just because my boy's obsessed with dinosaurs and it makes me think of him and he's so cute.
That's why I dress like a girl, because my son loves girls. And
you just want him to love you.
I just want him to love me.
How come you've never done that for me right now?
Right. I'll dress up
Because
like
you're
Percy.
married.
I'll dress up like Jigglypuff.
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
I'll pass. Oh man. Hey everybody, how you guys doing? Welcome back to our show, our Pokenana podcast show.
Pokenana.
We're happy to be here today. Today we have the long, super long awaited, licky tongue long awaited
Super
season finale.
of season 1.
Season 1. And don't worry guys, we're still not done with season 1 because we are going to go back in time and re-record episodes 1 through 7, which unfortunately were deleted before we were able to put them on YouTube.
Yeah.
So we're still going to be here in season 1, but for those of you that are going to be watching it in order, this is your guys' season finale. It's been a long time coming.
I'm glad to be here for you.
A long time.
Yeah, long time coming. Speaking of long, I found out today that Licky's tongue is 6'6".
His tongue?
His tongue is 6'6".
You're talking about Licky, the evolution of Lickitung, right? Not Lickitung?
Yeah.
Because it looks like it's like a couple inches long.
Yes, Licky. I think they said that his tongue is twice his size. Maybe that explains why his belly's so fat. Why he looks like chewing gum. But there you go. There's some facts for you there.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll come up on trivia one day.
It better.
You better. Now, guys, we've been doing a lot of. Those of you who've been with us, thank you. We've been doing a lot of fun stuff. We got on our channel. We've been doing these reviews of the Pokemon episodes. We've been doing some top 10s. We've been doing some Goosebumps reviews. We've been doing
Thanks for real?
some quizzes, some Pokemon quizzes, and a little bit of Pokemon play too. So we've been doing this for a little while now, and it's good to finally be at the end of season 1. Even though I guess we're not going to Johto just yet.
Are y'all gonna watch the off-brand Pokemon shows, like the like the different Pokemon shows? I forgot they were called. Like not the classic ones though, like the newer ones.
Oh yeah, we'll get to those.
Yeah, we definitely have probably years of content to get through. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see if we can even catch up. You think we'll ever catch up? We might. We should be able to.
Yeah, eventually.
But yeah, how you feeling, right, man? Did you get a good nap or not so much?
Got a good napper, and I should have known it'd be a bad idea too. I just kind of put on YouTube and kind of laid down with Izzy because she was tired, and that's all I remember.
Oh, that's good. I guess. Yeah, I had my thyroid problems last night, so I spent all night like just shaking.
doing the Harlem Shake.
Just shaking in bed.
Doing the
I was shaking the bed, and this time my wife did not appreciate it.
Yeah. Just tell her, I like gyrating.
I would be great for what is that thing that you call soaking? I would have been great for soaking last night.
Good old Mormon soak.
Anyways, what's this episode we got today?
It's
well, speaking of soaking, the breeding center is different.
Yeah. The breeding center secrets.
What do you think the secret is? A ditto?
Yeah, probably just like a really worn out ditto, just
used
tired and used up.
Poor ditto. Secret turtle.
Heyo.
Hey.
Hey, girl. Hey.
Hi, secret turtle. We are in the season finale. 50 episodes to season 1. Thanks for joining us. You're very special.
The secret to the mission home is actually me.
I still remember y'all's third episode. Like,
wait a minute. It's not nursing home.
It's a breeding home.
It's a breeding center.
It's still her.
It's still him. How do you breed all these things, secret turtle? How?
I still remember y'all's first episode, or y'all that first episode like it was yesterday.
Oh yeah, Ian was there for the first episode and the last.
Well,
yep.
I was there for like the second and third, I think, but I will be here for the last.
Well, I think
I said the wrong one. My comment still stands. She's doubling down. We have a.
Good. Yeah, you stick to your comments. Be bold in your beliefs.
Stay.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to know what the breeding center secret is too. Is this an explicit episode of Pokemon? I am home alone.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's gonna get crazy, guys.
It's gonna get crazy.
It's gonna be me.
It's gonna be Ditto's twerking.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be Lickitungs a licking. Let's just start.
It's probably gonna be like a brothel, just a bunch of dittos everywhere.
Oh jeez, yeah. Let's just get started.
Well, before we get started, why don't we get some updates? Like, how is your Goosebumps thing coming along?
Pretty good. Yeah. My boys have started getting into it now, so I'm re-listening to all the ones I've already reviewed.
Oh. Okay.
I'm wondering if I should change review to summary, because the first time someone commented on these videos, they were like, "Oh, these would be great for someone that had to do like a book reading and didn't want to read the book and then had to summarize a book." But yeah, pretty good.
Dude, that's awesome. You're getting comments.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's been going good. Right now I'm reading Say Cheese and Die, and I'm just about done with it.
I love that one.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I honestly haven't read most of these books, so. The kids are getting into Goosebumps, that's awesome. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we have a pretty humble channel.
It is.
But we got a lot of good likes.
It is life-changing, life-altering.
Mm-hmm. What Ryman said.
Your kids will never be the same.
Oh, he's talking about my kids. Yes, yeah, they're loving it. Actually, fun fact: Say Cheese and Die is the only book to include an actual murder. Bro, spoiler.
Spoiler.
I don't know. I think
it's like 30. It's like 30 years old, but
okay. Okay, first of all, the stay out of the basement not count when the father grabs an axe and chops the other one in half just because it was a plant? That doesn't count.
I don't know. I feel
like we're getting brutal. My imagination was pretty brutal.
I feel like we're getting to like the vegan debate.
Oh, okay. What's going on? I guess killing plants can't be murder. It can't be murder. Yeah. So to answer you, a human murder, I should say. Yeah. The only ones that actually matter.
I feel like human.
Wow.
I feel like humans. That's like a relative term, super subjective. You know, like.
Actually, it's not subjective at all.
Like
not even a little bit.
maybe the person murdered had lost their humanity. You know, making them.
Yeah, but a murder's a murder.
Is it though?
I mean, in some instances.
Is it though?
Yeah. So, Secret Turtle, yeah, my boy, especially Nico, he's super into, like, lately he's been super into, like, scary stuff. Of course, it's, like, kid scary stuff. But if you've heard of, like, Rainbow Friends, that's, like, his obsession now. Been watching videos about that, and it's, like, kind of like a really creepy, scary thing on Roblox. And I guess they've got, like, videos on YouTube and stuff like that. They're pretty creepy.
I'm telling you, you should listen to the scary stories on Audible.
Well, we're doing Goosebumps right now, but
Where is my toe?
Oh yeah, that one.
Where is my toe?
Is that Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark?
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's right. That's the full title. Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark.
Yeah. He's asking me what it is. Rainbow Friends. It's this guy. He runs like a kind of like a Chuck E. Cheese type of place, and then a theme park gets built right next to it, and it starts taking all of his customers. And he has like these goofy mascots, and they're like named after their colors. And then so, he wants to bring back all the people, and so he starts like, I don't know if it's like he takes people's souls and puts them into these mascots or something, and then they become monsters. And so they all have like their own little quirks. Like Green has super long arms and can grab things, but can grab anybody, but it's blind. Like Blue is like super huge, but he's like an idiot. So like if you hide from him, you can hide from, he's easy to hide from. Like Orange is really fast, but he takes like a lot of naps. So they all have like their strengths and weaknesses. And on the game, I guess you just try to escape them. But on the show, it kind of gives you their backstories and stuff. You awake, Ryan?
I'm awake.
You fell asleep.
You're awake? You're caffeinated?
Caffeinated.
Okay.
Urinated.
Castrated.
Urinated? Did you go to the bathroom or you just go?
The world is, when you're a man, the world is your bathroom.
Touche. Let's get this party started, right, man?
I feel like we should just build some more anticipation first. Let's just.
Oh, okay.
Let's just.
All right. Is there anything you remember about this episode?
This needs more foreplay.
Okay,
before we just jump in.
You sound like me.
More foreplay.
I need some 2-play, some 4-play.
Mm-hmm.
I need like in the morning for you to just tell me it's nice, sweet lovins.
Mm-hmm. I know nothing about this episode other than it's about Secret Turtle.
It's about Secret Turtle
That's
doing
all.
stuff like Pokemon.
That's all I know.
Never start, forever anticipation.
Yeah.
like the first season of Stranger Things.
Yeah.
just build and build and build and build and build.
Mm-hmm.
That's great. Okay, I think I remember that the breeding center is actually a Team Rocket hideout, and that they're stealing Pokemon. Oh, look, we got another comment. The moment when someone who isn't Secret Turtle shows up.
Yo!
Yeah. Stupid pros.
Stupid pros. Yeah.
Welcome.
Hey, thanks for the follow, man.
Oh, all right. Yes. Thank you.
Do you know anything about breeding centers, Secret Pro?
Yeah. Do you know the secrets of breeding?
We're speculating what the season finale is going to be on this episode of Pokemon we're about to watch.
It's called the Breeding Center's Secret. Do you know any secrets about breeding? How to do it, or when, or
Oh, competitor.
Or why? Whoa, competitor. Oh, jeez. Is it just me or is it getting hot in here?
So take off all your clothes.
Yeah. I'm surprised to see a Pokemon home stream. Oh, bro, you have the. I think you labeled our Pokemon show like after Pokemon Home, like the thing that they used to change Pokemon from one game to another.
Oh my gosh!
So people are probably coming on here being like, "Yo, where's the Pokemon in the game?"
Let's see what categories we have to choose from.
Yeah, you should just change it back to diabetes. Maybe we'll get more followers.
Wow.
Is there a category for Pokemon diabetes?
Now it's a Pocket Monster.
Now it's Pocket Monster? That works.
Make it Pocket God.
I stream Pokemon Home rarely. Oh, sweet.
Oh, are you a streamer?
Let's follow Stupid Pros. We'll
Yeah,
follow you
we just
3 times over.
We just followed you.
I'm gonna follow you on my personal one too. Let's see. Follow. Yeah, follow.
I like how I click on his name. The first thing is manage suspicious user.
Ooh. Are you suspicious, Stupid Pros?
I don't have a
kids
schedule.
say now, sus.
Yeah, we like to think we have a schedule, but we're pretty erratic.
Let's have her back. I think she's back with you.
Yeah.
Okay.
We are pretty erratic.
Just
Our thoughts are sporadic.
Yeah, we try to stream around this time every Friday, right?
Yeah. We try to stream around the times where we're really hard for Pokemon.
Yeah. We kind of get our audience used to something, then we switch it on them, just to test their loyalty. Everything's a test. Everything is building anticipation.
So-
Everything's a test.
So far, no loyalty.
Yeah, so far.
Currently, I'm working on the national decks for the Pokemon Home. I forgot to stream like half the performance of all that stuff.
Oh my gosh!
Horses. I don't know if you're a girl or a boy.
Well,
Or, nowadays they don't it doesn't count. But
what we were
that
talking about
sucks.
earlier is we've been streaming all the Pokemon episodes, and we forgot to save the first like 8 episodes.
yeah, we didn't know Twitch just.
Yeah, we didn't know
videos
Twitch deleted them,
first.
so those are gone forever. Oh my gosh, you're like halfway.
Dang, dude, there's so many Pokemon nowadays.
Yep.
Can you put Pokemon Home? I imagine like if you have Pokemon from like Heart Gold and Soul Silver, and then you move them over to like Black and White too. Is there still a way to keep moving them to home? I'm just interested about that. I know like now they don't let you. I think like a lot of the DS, Nintendo internet thing doesn't work good. Or they expanded or something. Anyways, one DS Pokemon are still allowed in the home. Oh, sweet! 1,010 available.
Did y'all find another Pokemon streamer?
Mm-hmm.
Bro, maybe Pokemon Home is the breeding center secret.
Right.
Maybe they just breed better when you bring them home. Can we, for the love of Pokemon, start this episode?
Are you all have anticipation? Are you all anticipated out?
Yeah,
Are you?
I'm just ready. Can we just please just hit me up, please? Ugh.
As long
as
as
the bag is in your 3DS, you can send 3DS Pokemon to home.
Nice.
Oh, okay, yeah. Can you move them from like the original? Like for example, like I have Soul Silver. Can you move them from Soul Silver to home, or do you still have to move them to like the Black and White game?
While he's answering that, YouTube will be right back. And Brian, let me know when you're ready.
we're gonna
3,
leave.
2, 1.
Okay, we're gonna leave the link on the description below. YouTube, check out the link if you want to watch the episode. If not, we're gonna give you a quick summary at the end of us watching this video, and in a few seconds for you guys.
Yeah. Alright, there's a link too if you want to watch along, but we'll be streaming it right now.
Yeah,
Soul
that's
Silver,
what I
Black and
thought.
White.
Yeah. Soul Silver to Black and White, yeah. That's what I thought. Black and White 2 is so fun. That's one of the best games ever. I love Soul Silver 2. I think Soul Silver is my favorite, but Black and White 2 is great. Alright, let's get it started. Let's see Ian's intro.
Let's go.
Hey.
Bro, stupid pros, man. Like that, his catches, that, like, Lake of Rage music. Dang, man, I would not have caught that. That was awesome.
Why the episode feel so quick?
Porygon is never shown.
Porygon has never shown? Oh, well.
You know,
Oh, is Porygon not in the rap either?
oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
Dang. I think we're messing with a pro over here.
Mm-hmm.
We love Pokemon.
A stupid pro.
Stupid. Best kind. After a funny little controversy. Mm-hmm.
Oh, with the seizures and all that?
Yeah.
What y'all talking about?
We did watch that episode on our channel. We have it up on our YouTube if anybody wants to watch Porygon episode.
If anybody wants to go have a seizure.
If anyone's up to that, you know. But what are your initial thoughts, Ryman, Ian?
Well, I thought that was a pretty good episode. I felt like it was pretty good until Team Rocket came in and the episode became kind of goofy. It was a goofball of an episode.
Yeah, I felt it was.
I felt it was quick.
I definitely have mixed feelings about it. I feel like. Well, I guess let me give a recap. We'll get into it. So,
Oh, it says, and those were caused by Pikachu. The seizures, Porygon 2 and Porygon Z never appeared in the anime because of that. Yeah.
Oh,
That's
I
the
never knew that.
controversy.
Wow.
Yeah, that's too bad. I mean, I've seen some clips from the original. Like, even the first episode had moments where were very sensitive to people that have seizures. The Porygon was like one of the worst. Yeah, I mean, it's too bad. I mean, I'm not a huge Porygon fan, and that episode was kind of, not the best, but yeah.
I'm not some Porygon dick rider, but he's aight. He's aight.
He's alright.
Yeah.
He can turn into like Weezing's texture.
Yeah, he turned into Weezing's texture. He became a Weezing just to use Tackle.
Just to use tackle. And Pikachu caused those seizures, including flashes. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. We watched it. I didn't see Pikachu flash us, not even once.
So, like,
I was very disappointed about that.
and I feel like since it's Pikachu who caused it, it should be Ash who was held responsible since it's his Pokemon. You know?
Yeah, Porygon should have followed the gang after that. Ash should have been left behind.
Just left Pikachu in cyberspace.
Yeah. Can you imagine? Just Porygon taking Ash's place, getting gym badges. Poor Porygon.
Porygon's a Pokemon I don't know too much about. Like, I wonder.
It's just like a computer program, right? What's y'all's favorite Pokemon? Oh, yeah. You want to go, Ryan?
Yeah. So, my favorite is Gengar.
Oh, I thought it was the new Zoroark.
Oh, yeah. Okay, well,
Oh, wait.
I'm,
It's like 1 and 2, right?
I'm very torn because the new Zoroark is definitely, like, my favorite, but, like, Gengar has been my top Pokemon, my boo thing for almost my whole life, so it's hard to really put anything above him, her, it, as much as I love Zoroark's new design.
I think he uses Zazem.
Zazem.
Yeah.
Zaddy.
No.
Zaddy.
For the Zaddy.
Zaddy Gengar.
Yeah, Zaddy Gengar.
Yeah. We actually, Stupid Pros, we actually have a top 10 favorite Pokemon.
Oh, yeah, we made
on our YouTube channel, if you ever want to check it out. But my favorite is definitely my top two would be Marowak or Pelipper. Yeah, Marowak and Pelipper are my favorites. How about you?
But which is your number one favorite? Marowak?
Yeah, probably Marowak. But I feel like Pelipper is just like right there.
It's a Venusaur.
Yeah.
And I feel like
waiting.
there are some Pokemon that are super close to being my favorite. There's like little hiccups in their design, I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Dude, Maractus. I love Maractus. I've never heard anyone say about Maractus. I love Maractus. Dude.
oh man,
Okay.
those are all super unique Pokemon too. Man, I can get behind Sigilyph. I have nothing but good things to say about Sigilyph.
Same.
That is a
Sigilyph is
unique
great.
Pokemon.
Sigilyph is great. Ampharos is my brother's favorite. And Willfish,
We'll judge you for that one.
that's
Just
interesting.
kidding.
That's interesting.
Are we
That one's
talking about
interesting.
the one from Arceus or?
That one's even more interesting. Yeah, Unpheasant is the most double-edged sword ever. No?
Oh my gosh.
Unpheasant's cool looking for sure. You can pull up the male Unpheasant.
I'll pull up a picture.
Which looks amazing. Is it the male? So the male's the one with the little pink thing, and then female pheasant. Yeah, the little streamers coming out the head. Yeah, I think that. I'm into it. And then the female on pheasant, it looks atrocious. I mean, that's pretty common though in birds, right? Like, it's the males that have to look good to impress the females, and then the
This
females
must be the
could just
female.
look like trash. Yeah, and then the females could just look like trash.
Why does it have like those Nala eyes? Like
Those are definitely Nala
those
eyes.
are like it has like doomy eyes.
Yeah. I don't know. For me, it looks more like teasing eyes. But that's very common, right? With a lot of birds, males have to impress the female.
It reminds me of like a turkey.
Like a sexy turkey.
Yeah. On a scale of 1 to 10, how likely are you to do this Pokemon?
Oh my
Dang,
god.
man. I'm gonna do this.
I stopped listening for like 1 second.
Are you talking about the male one or the female one?
I don't know. They're
I literally stopped paying attention for like 1 second.
Right.
Scale of 1 to 10. Hear me out.
You should have done something.
I always
improve
laugh
its
this
design
picture. He's like, hell Hitler.
Elsewhere. Female pheasant looks so bad. Or it looks bad, yeah. Dude, Pidov's so cute.
Yeah. He looks like he's like, hail Hitler.
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
Everything always goes back to Hitler.
I think it's real dark when we let Ryman go off. When we let Ryman just scroll through Google pictures, we really go off.
Oh man. Stupid pro,
So-
you didn't tell me how dapper this Pokemon is. How sophisticated.
The fact that they made the green and the male pheasant lower. Brown. Yeah. Yeah, female on pheasant just straight up pooped her pants. Yeah, that's rough. That is pretty rough.
There's so much fan art for this Pokemon. This
I like how he does all caps. Brown!
brown.
Brown! Chocolate!
I love chocolate.
Alright. Just do the summary right, man. Both 2D and 3D on pheasant didn't do any justice for female. Yeah, man, I don't know. I feel like 3D most of the time makes the Pokemon look worse. Not always, but I feel like a lot of the time 2D sprites kind of leave space for your imagination, and in your imagination you can like make it look cool. With the 3D sometimes Like Typhlosion's one of my favorites, and the 3D model's just trash.
Really, you don't like the 3D models?
Okay, the MMO one's pretty good, but in the game, it just doesn't even show the fire. Unless
really?
It's attacking. Unless it's attacking, yeah. Most of the time, it just shows like a hump on its back kind of thing.
I like the it's Quasimodo. It's just
Yeah.
You just see the Typhlosion. He's like, my bells.
All right, man. Let's get us started on the summary.
All right, welcome back, YouTube. So our episode starts off with our heroes taking a break in a town where they notice an ad for a Pokemon breeding center. The Quillfish Johto, by the way. Yeah. I kind of
Johto's
figured.
better.
You don't like the lips?
It's got very, very Poliwag lips. Very Johto lips. Or very, pursy.
So, they noticed that for a Pokemon breeding center. They claimed to have turned a Charmander to a Charizard in just 9 days. I'm not impressed. I've done it in one. To be honest.
You're such a jerk, man. Sometimes you're really harsh on this Pokemon universe.
Look, the Pokemon is Smoochum.
We have a top 10 worst Pokemon too video.
Yeah, man. Smoochum is rough. Smoochum is... And when it evolves, it's even rougher.
I don't even remember which ones our worst Pokemon were. Our number ones.
All I know is pretty much your Rotten Run's on there.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely weird.
Yeah, somebody had a fetish in there. It's probably the same guy that made Dugtrio and Diglett.
Machamp's lips.
Yeah, Machamp's lips. We had a theory we were talking about the other day that like whoever created Dugtrio, like just walks around the office and looks at everyone else's designs of Pokemon and just adds features to ruin the Pokemon's design.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, you have a Machamp? Let's add big old lips on him.
Yeah, Baby
Oh,
Jinx.
you have
Baby Jinx lips.
lips.
Poliwag lips. Whalefish lips.
Yeah. Wow.
But okay, so they see the ad, they go to check it out, and this place is like packed, like they're selling the new iPhone, you know, like there's a long line of people to get in. They go, they check it out, and Misty decides to leave her Psyduck. They put the Psyduck on a conveyor belt, you know, after much Psyduck abuse. I remind y'all, the way that she was verbally, emotionally, mentally, physically abusing the Psyduck, just uncalled for.
And she's mad about it later.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, sorry. Spoiler.
Yeah, spoiler.
Sorry. Hashtag juice for justice for. I thought I said juice. Justice for Psyduck.
Justice for Psyduck.
Yeah.
So after they drop off Psyduck, they start walking. They see a flyer for free food, all you can eat buffet. Where the juice for Psyduck. And
Add some juice in that trunk.
The chef himself comes out the front door and explains that if they have a Psyduck, they can eat for free. So they go back to the daycare to pull them out, and it's actually closed. So they sneak into the back door where they realize all the Pokemon are kept in cages. Including her Psyduck, and including, well, I'll get, as they're inspecting and taking pictures, because Todd is still with us.
Are keeping Pokemon in cages, is that more of an abuse than keeping them in a small ball?
I guess so.
I guess so. 'Cause they're like abhorred to see these Pokemon in cages when most of the time they just have them in the ball.
I mean, have they not been to a dog? Like, you know, when you drop a dog off at a day, they put them in a cage.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, I feel like the crew, they're okay with abusing Pokemon, but they don't like to see other people abusing Pokemon.
It's only okay
It's
when
it's like a very much a double standard.
Yeah.
It's only okay when they do it, obviously.
Right. Yeah. For sure.
Sorry,
Ryan. Go ahead.
No, you're good. So as they're inspecting, and Todd's with them, so they're taking pictures of the abuse to let the secret out. They run into Jesse and James and Meowth, who were breaking in to steal the Pokemon. As they are confronting each other, the owners of the daycare, or the breeding center, I should say, reveal themselves to be Team Rocket. And you think they're about the Pokemon battle, but instead, actually, Team Rocket just has them arrested for breaking into their breeding center. As they are being arrested, though, it is revealed that James, has had a weeping bell the whole time.
Yeah, what the heck?
And had left it there. Where apparently this Team Rocket group used the Leaf Stone on it at some point to have it evolve.
Yeah, but what's up with that, man? I think that there's been so many episodes we've seen so far that Team Rocket has not used their Pokemon. I think like the writers got tired of Arbok and Weezing. They're just like, well, let's just not have them use Pokemon. And all of a sudden, James has a Weeping Bell that we did not get to know at all. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a really weird thing to throw in the very last episode of the season. As they're sitting in jail, they're professing their innocence, and Misty takes upon herself to save them by going in to the daycare while it's open, or the breeding center, in disguise. She withdraws her Psyduck, and Pikachu steals their camera. Team Rocket did not destroy it or anything, they just put it on the desk. And they show the pictures to Officer Jenny, who releases our protagonists from their cell because of these pictures of Pokemon in cages, goes to arrest Team Rocket. They have the Eradicate attack. Pikachu electroshocks it. That's our final battle for the season. It's over, Team Rocket's arrested. And the season ends with Todd and them splitting ways, and Team Rocket digging a hole, like usual.
Wait, this is the last episode. This is
At an impressive rate.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, this is the last episode?
Mm-hmm. Of season 1.
Oh, only of season 1?
Yeah.
What?
Season 1 was 52 episodes, was it?
What?
So we've been doing.
I thought y'all finished the show.
So we've been doing this for like a year, or 52, like one episode a week. It's been a year.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's gonna take a while.
Guys,
I
it's
am-
been done in like 9 years, I think.
So what did you think about this episode?
I am right now I'm writing all of the encounters we had. Because this episode had more encounters than any other episode I think we've done.
Really? Oh yeah.
It was up there. More than the hospital one for sure. Let's see. Let me think. This episode, I think I'm kind of with you. I was a little torn on. There's definitely some good parts and some bad parts. There's some things I liked about it, some things I didn't so much. I felt like once Ash and the crew got back into the daycare, or into the nurse breeding center, like, and they saw how bleak it was. All these Pokemon were being sent to Team Rocket headquarters or whatever. They're essentially stealing Pokemon, but not the way James and Jesse do it, where you know they're gonna fail at the end. It really seems like the bad guys are gonna win this time, or at the very least get a few Pokemon, taken from their trainers. And then as soon as things start looking like kind of serious, Team Rocket, James and Jesse, Team Rocket, kind of break through the window. You're like, oh, okay, here's your comic relief. It's like what you were saying about the Charmander episode many episodes back.
Many
we
moons ago.
had an opportunity to make a really sad episode, and this one was like one that had a lot of suspense, but then you just kind of undercut it with James and Jesse coming in and doing their spiel that we've seen a million times. That kind of bothered me. I felt like the episode was going in a good direction, and then once James and Jesse came, it just kind of fell off for me. I think it's cool that we've gotten 3 episodes with Todd. It's nice to see like an extra following the crew around. We're not really used to that, even if they have a very small minimum role. He was literally just there to take pictures of what was going on, so that Officer Jenny would believe what was going on. Which usually, if you're a police officer and something like that is going on, the very first thing you do is search the premise. I imagine. I'm not a police officer, but yeah, I don't know. Kind of an incompetent Officer Jenny. But she's not the only one that's been incompetent, so... Which Officer Jenny would you say has been the worst? Is it the Ghastly one?
Yeah, probably.
The one where just like, oh, you found a penny on the floor, you need to return that.
Yeah.
Or just like micromanaging the law. That one was pretty rough. This one's pretty up there though for one of the worst Officer Jennys. I thought it was funny the whole picture when the chef was like, I need to see my favorite Pokemon. It's Psyduck, and he shows a picture of Psyduck doing the "Pay me like one of your French girls." Pose. And Todd goes, that looks like a picture that looks like one of the pictures I take. I thought it would have been funny if the whole crew just kind of looked at him, at least for a second, and then went back to what they were doing.
Yeah.
That would have been great. Because that was a very weird thing to say. James was pretty funny in this episode. I really enjoyed James. He's funny, but I just don't feel like this was the episode for him. There's a part where he's like, I knew we couldn't trust you.
Yeah.
It's like, what? What are you talking about? You've been against each other for the whole 52 episodes, or maybe 50 episodes. When did you ever think that you could trust Ash about anything?
I got goody goodies or baddie baddies.
Right? I think for a second he thought that they were going bad, and so he felt for a second that he could trust them. His brain probably just goes from one thought to another really quick, I imagine. He's like, oh, you guys are bad guys now. Okay, we can work together. Oh, I knew we couldn't trust you. I'm sure that's kind of how James's brain works.
Yeah.
This episode could have been better too if we had a proper battle. I was excited to see an actual Team Rocket grunt that seemed like they were a threat use their Pokemon to fight Ash's Pikachu. And I don't know, maybe it's just Ash's Pikachu is just too overpowered. That was very disappointing to see this actual Team Rocket grunts, ones that Giovanni was recommending, that Giovanni was promoting and complimenting. They couldn't even take Pikachu down. They couldn't even attack Pikachu. One electric shock and their Eradicate was done. And it looked like that was their ace Pokemon. So that was very disappointing. And, wouldn't be a Pokemon episode without a hole.
Mm-hmm.
So Team Rocket is definitely improving their hole digging skills. Yeah, all in all, I really did enjoy the build-up up until Team Rocket came in. And I don't know if it was really necessary for Ash and the crew to go to jail, go to prison. I feel like that just took precious screen time away from what could have been a good battle with Team Rocket, or what could have been like Team Rocket getting away and them having to find a way to track them down or something. I remembered about this episode was that it was a front for Team Rocket and that they were trying to steal Pokemon, but I didn't remember that like they were just their plan failed just as much as any plan that Jesse or James would have come up with. They just kind of did it without completely embarrassing themselves. I think this episode had a lot of potential. It was an episode with a lot of potential, and it was doing good for a while there, but then it kind of fell off. That's my opinion, at least.
Your opinion is valid. You are valid. Your thoughts and emotions are valid.
You're wrong!
But you're wrong! I'm just kidding. Yeah, I agree. I mean, like, I like this episode, but I didn't like it as a season finale. This is...
it didn't make sense.
I feel like this one and last week's episode probably should switch places. I feel like last week's was probably a better season finale than this one was.
What was last week's?
The Pokemon League
I
test.
remember now. Yes.
Oh, we forgot to have you do a recap. Do you want to do a recap real quick? So everyone knows what I'm talking about?
Pretty much last episode we watched was a test one. You had to take everyone had to take tests, and they include written tests and a battling test where they were given random Pokemon. And Ash had to use a lot of Pokemon that...
Don't forget the body part test.
Yeah, I'm not going to get into that. But pretty much Ash had to use like a lot of Team Rocket's Pokemon. Team Rocket had to use a lot of Ash's Pokemon. No, not really. They use Ash's Pokemon. A lot of Ash's Pokemon.
He had a Pikachu.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to get a full summary, you can watch our last episode. But yeah, I think Ryman was making the case that it would have been a good season finale because it kind of seemed like everything was going full circle. Like James had to use a Pikachu and realized that like even with Pokemon that he was, I think they had a Charizard too, right? Something was wrong. They had like Pokemon that Ash had.
He had a Charizard, really an Ivysaur.
And they kind of had to realize like it's not just that Ash has stronger Pokemon than us. Like he just knows how to use them, how to battle. It's more about just having knowledge, not just having those Pokemon. Like if Ash had Weezing and Arbok, and although Ash didn't, I don't remember if he passed or not, but he did kind of. He also had to like think of strategies, and it wasn't just about the Pokemon. It's about the strategies.
Ash did not pass. He lost the battle.
Did he? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He also he failed every portion of the tests.
I mean, the instructor was kind of dirty too, and he was not a good instructor. He wasn't evil, but like he wasn't really giving people much of a chance. But yeah, I can see. I don't think either one would have been a great season finale, but I think also they don't really view this episode as a season finale. I think they're viewing probably whatever's going to be next season, the season finale, since that one's still going to be Kanto.
Mm-hmm.
I think a good season finale would have been like a really awesome gym battle, one similar to the Lieutenant Surge episode, but yeah, a little disappointing.
Yeah, I feel like that would have made it better just because that one ties in the season together more. But as this being our season finale, I definitely feel like it's important that they included Team Rocket. Even though I feel like Team Rocket wasn't very utilized very much, they were kind of just in the background a lot, aside from them going back and forth with our protagonists while they're in the breeding center. Like they really just took a step back, like they were just hanging out in the jail cell, they were just hanging out in the background, they were not really doing much. Where I feel like they are just as important to the show as our main protagonist, because the writers have made it a point to include them in every single episode. And we have seen growth from them. I would argue that Team Rocket is more flushed out as characters than Ash, Misty, and Brock.
I would agree with you.
We have delved into their backstories. We've seen their past. We have seen their faults. We have seen their triumphs. Their everything with Team Rocket.
Yeah, it does seem like, even though when we see like very significant moments with them, even though they go back to who they are, or who they are deep down, and they seem to always go back to the same kind of characters they are. You can kind of view their past and see that the way they are, they're still kind of like, there's still just like still a little bit of tenderness. There's still a little bit of familiarity. There's still a lot of like those little things that we learned about them years ago. You can still see little smidges of it in their episode to episode relationships.
Yeah, and I would argue their friendship is so much stronger than Ash, Misty, and Brock's.
Yeah, I don't know if they're friends. I don't know if Ash and Misty and Brock are friends.
Yeah, like they are definitely there for each other, but Misty and James cry for each other.
Jesse and James.
Yeah, Jesse and James. Sorry, I'm not sure what I said.
You said Misty and James.
Oh, Misty and James. They are like the definition of like bonded people, I feel like to truly love someone, you have to be there for them at their worst, like accept them for their faults. And they do that. They are truly there for each other.
And when I feel like when Misty's at her worst, which is when all of her Pokemon get stolen, and that episode with Farfetch, the first thing that Brock and Ash do is they get mad at her for not telling them about the Farfetch.
Yeah, they kind of dismiss her problems, dismiss her, invalidate her. It's they're children, and it shows. Like they definitely rate them as children.
Does.
It
does show. I mean, when Brock has his dad come back after years of being non-present, that's like heavy stuff. And then Ash and Misty's like, okay, are you ready to go? Let's go, kind of thing,
Mm-hmm.
Can you get over it? Just, let's get out of here.
Well, I do believe that if they had more time, this could have been a better episode, like you were saying. I definitely feel like they were spending the episode building up these very competent Team Rocket members. Like they say their motto right. They are in communication with their bosses like they're supposed to be. Their operation is running smoothly like it's supposed to be. Like everything is going great for them. But I feel like they kind of went away from the Team Rocket, and like, since when does Team Rocket involve police? It's very suspicious to bring law enforcement into an illegal situation when they weren't already involved.
Yeah.
I feel like they could have just destroyed the camera, and it would have been he said, she said kind of thing. And I don't even think there was anything illegal, because I don't think they even stole any Pokemon yet. They were just talking about it.
They just had them in cages.
Yeah.
That's about it.
I definitely feel like Pokemon is known for their battles, and to not have a battle in the season finale is kind of disappointing. It kind of like brings a lackluster atmosphere to the whole thing.
Yeah.
Again, and our protagonists just like weren't in control the whole situation the whole time. Like It was a very different episode. You know, I feel like maybe they were trying something new, but it wasn't bad. I definitely enjoyed myself this episode. I have definitely seen worse and better.
Yeah. Gang.
Yeah. This did not
that.
have season finale vibes though. This could have just been inserted literally any time in the season and been okay.
Was it better than the Samurai episode?
No, nothing's better than the Samurai episode.
Yeah. It also maybe it could have been inserted right after the episode where James catches a freaking Weeping Bell.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that they just snuck that little detail in there.
Yeah.
It would have been funny if he caught a Bellsprout. You know, like we can see him tend to a Pokemon and nurture it. You know.
That would have been nice. That would have been very nice.
But honestly,
what would you have changed though, Rayman? Like, what would you have changed to make this Team Rocket look more competent and look like more of a threat, and still have our heroes kind of come out on top at the end?
I feel like this Team Rocket should have beaten them. You know, I feel like if they were to be defeated, I feel like they should have, instead of rallied just Officer Jenny, maybe shown the pictures in a newspaper or something, whatever they did in the 90s, you know? And the whole town, kind of like mob mentality, run them out, you know, and get their Pokemon back. And, like, this Team Rocket is too strong to defeat on their own, but they can't take on a whole town, you know? And everyone wants their Pokemon back, and they could have shown Team Rocket as a viable threat. Well,
to like that. The whole land, not just to.
Yeah,
Ash,
like
right?
like oh shit, like, you know, like a competent Team Rocket member actually is something to be feared and not messed with, you know.
Yeah.
But instead, they have a grown Rattata, you know, who can't take a Thunder Shock, and they just get thrown in jail and. All brains, no brawn, you know? It's kind of...
Yeah. I think we're, like, talking down a lot on this episode because we were expecting so much more.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. The expectations were higher because of a season finale. Because it's a season finale, you know? It's not... Mm-hmm. It's definitely, like, a middle-of-the-run kind of episode. Like, it's not... It wasn't bad. I definitely enjoyed it, but... Yeah, my expectations weren't met.
Same. Well, I got it all here. There we go. I just entered it into our Twitch stream chat. These are the Pokemon encounters we had this episode. Did you want to do the encounters, or do you have anything else to say?
No, we can move on.
Okay. So we had Sandshrew, Cubone, Bulbasaur, Nidoran male, Poliwag, Pidgeotto, Poliwrath, Raticate, Victreebel, Oddish, Execute, Paris, Bellsprout, Mankey, Rattata, Weepinbell, Charmander, Caterpie.
There was also
this one was a doozy.
There was also a Poliwhirl.
It was a Wrath.
It was a Wrath?
Yeah. I know because of the like the shoulders.
Oh, I thought it was sad. Like a sad Poliwhirl.
Maybe it was a Poliwhirl. Okay, Poliwhirl or Poliwrath. We'll just put Poliwhirl. I mean, it doesn't matter.
No, Poliwrath is fine. Because, I mean, like, when we pick... If we were to pick Poliwag, we're ultimately looking at it like a Poliwrath, you know?
Yeah.
Like, if I were to pick Sandshrew, I'm thinking Sandslash.
Correct,
you know?
Yeah.
But, I'll go first, I guess. Out of these Pokemon, I'd probably pick It's just so hard not to pick a starter, you know?
Right. Yeah.
If I were to just take the starters off, because I feel like when the starters are on the table, like, they kind of just... They're just so good.
How about you can't evolve it?
Huh? You
how
can't?
About it's these Pokemon, but you can't evolve them?
I'd probably go with the Victreebel. I've never used the Victreebel, but it's one of those Pokemon like a Machamp I really want to. You know, like...
I'd probably go with Poliwrath.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, I'd probably go with Poliwrath. If we could evolve them, I'd obviously Cubone because Marowak's my favorite. And then you would be like what, Charmander or Bulbasaur?
Yeah, probably Bulbasaur.
Yeah, good man, good.
If it feels real life though, I'd probably pick Charmander just because Charizard can fly.
But why would you want to fly when you could just poison everyone?
Yeah, I feel like I could poison too. I feel like, not only that, I feel like Venusaur just like sits in the sun all day. You know, which isn't a bad thing, but Charizard just seems more exciting.
Yeah, I feel like if Venusaur got mad at you though, he might just whip you a little bit.
Yeah,
if
he's got
Charizard get mad at you, he would incinerate you.
Yeah. He's got like 50 vines too. I'm not sure which is.
Yeah. It gets kinky real fast.
Mhm.
Oh man. Well, with all the things we've said, I think I'm still gonna give this episode like a 3.5. Like, yeah, like a 3.5 grunts. No, that's sexual too, isn't it? 3.5 grunts.
We're in agreement. I was also kind of leaning towards 3.5. By the way, when you're watching, our scale's out of 5.
Yes. If you're watching with us, yeah.
I was also thinking like 3.5. 3.5 Victory Bell Nom Noms.
No, nice. Yeah. I remember Victory Bell like putting James in its mouth being like a thing that reoccurs a bunch of times.
That's probably going to be all of season 2.
But then I also remember Jigglypuff showing up all the time, and that hasn't really been the case lately.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Maybe it is season 2. Yeah, this was a good episode, just not a very good season finale. And it was a good episode, but with the build-up that they had, it just kind of dropped the ball.
Yeah. So this being the season finale, what are your feelings towards the season in general?
I would say I enjoyed Pokemon more as a kid. If I'm going to be completely honest, I enjoyed Pokemon more as a kid than as an adult. But in a different way, it's enjoyable, mainly because I'm watching it with you and we have all kinds of puns and innuendos for everything that's going on. And we can just kind of break down psychology, probably more psychological topics that probably the show isn't going for, but we just pick up on anyway. And even just little things too, like Team Rocket's relationship and stuff like that. So I'm enjoying Pokemon definitely in a very different way because we're watching it together, or watching it as adults.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think it was probably way more fun as a kid.
Yeah, I agree. It's definitely it's enjoyable for me too, just because like I'm watching with you, we're joking, and it's just like a big slap and nostalgia on the butt, you know?
Right. Yeah.
Good little pinch on the cheek to wake you up. I would say when you look at a season as a whole, like you want to be able to look at our main characters like on the first episode and the last, and see what kind of growth and change they've been through. And I would say our characters really haven't changed at all. You know, their Pokemon have grown and learned lessons and stuff, but our main cast of characters, you know, really haven't changed much. You know, they pretty much stayed the same, which is a very different way to write a season. You know, like I feel like there's a lot of filler episodes that could have been better used to flesh out our characters and maybe build some of the themes they were wanting to, like Team Rocket being an actual threat. You know, like we have nothing to show that they are competent. Like we have Giovanni at this point is a joke himself because when has he shown any kind of competency, you know? Like, we don't view him as the threat he's supposed to be. And same thing with Gary. Like, we have not seen Gary very much this season. And to be Ash's rival, I feel like he should be defeating Ash in battle, or like the things that Ash wants to progress and be better at. I feel like Gary needs to be outdoing him in, you know. And
yeah, we've been waiting way too long to see Gary's Pokemon. Like, what the heck is that? You're showing us 52 episodes and we still haven't seen a single Pokemon that Gary has.
yeah, you know, like, and the only thing we get from Gary is like jokes, or you know, like, oh, like he already beat this gym leader, like no problem, you know, like that's how they're choosing to establish him as a threat, you know, like they're saying, not doing. And I feel like it hurts him as a character. It hurts our view of him, you know. I feel like when you think of Pokemon, there are two things you think of: catching them and battling with them. And
Yeah,
honestly,
sure.
we haven't seen much of either this season.
True. I mean, to be fair too, when they were trying to give Pokemon an anime, Pokemon was pretty new. They hadn't been around for a long time, and it really was to the interpretation of whoever was making the show. I imagine and I hope as we get further into Pokemon, they started to realize, oh, people love these games because you battle Pokemon, you catch Pokemon. And hopefully there's a lot more of that. I know, like, in some of the newer seasons, I think there's a character that one of his goals is to catch all the Pokemon, and he does catch tons of Pokemon. So I look forward to a lot of that coming up. I think later, if we ever finish all of this, if we have to rate like the seasons, I think season 1 is probably going to be on the lower end of, you know, the better seasons of Pokemon.
Yeah, agreed. Would you say this season's been good enough for you?
I mean, it could have been longer, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
No,
About twice as long.
No, it was not quite good enough.
50 is just such
Like
an awkward number. They should have just rounded it up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's because nothing is ever good enough.
Just like our
us-
segment, nothing's ever good enough. And our contestant today on Nothing's Ever Good Enough
Slowpoke.
is hey, Slowpoke, the little pink guy, little pink bro, the little pink Chad. What do you call him, Chad?
Little pink
Is it-
Giga Chad.
Isn't Chad like when someone's like a surfer dude, right?
Oh, I don't know.
He's a little pink surfer guy. I don't know. I just imagine him being kind of like a beach bum, I guess. Oh man, this is a hard Pokemon to start with. I mean, we got a lot to cover today.
Yeah.
There is a Slowpoke, there is a Slowbro, there is a Slowking. Then there's a Galarian Slowpoke, Galarian Slowbro, Galarian Slowking. Then there's a Mega Slowbro. And that's it, I guess. Yeah. Slowpoke gives me kind of Psyduck vibes, I guess.
Yeah.
He's a water Pokemon, kind of has a derpy face. I imagine, like, if I ran into a Psyduck in the wild, it'd just kind of be standing there, not doing anything. And that's pretty much like what Slowpoke does.
Like it spends all day fishing, right?
Just kind of has his tail in the water, sitting on a boulder.
So he's like a water bear, you think? Or you think he's like a water dinosaur?
I'm trying to see what kind of vibes.
Because
I
like
get from this guy.
from like the head gives me bear vibes. But the tail gives me dinosaur vibes.
What about the body?
Yeah, the body too.
Let me see what kind of species he is. It's probably like,
It's like-
slow Pokemon.
Humanoid.
It says his category is dopey. Okay. That's not really. Yeah, I guess that's his species. He's dopey.
Dopey.
Yeah. So like Electrode is a ball Pokemon, Paris is a mushroom Pokemon, and Slowpoke is dopey.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I always thought that word more as an adjective than a noun. But
Right. Same. I think this is a very below average Pokemon. I don't. It's very basic, very simple. But I don't feel like he has any like really charming features unless you're really into just a sloth. Maybe he's part sloth, like a sloth type of Pokemon where he's just kind of slow and just chills all day and doesn't care about life very much. It's just, I mean, I guess that's supposed to be his charm, is that he's slow and he's just kind of derpy.
yeah, I mean, I could relate.
Yeah, I guess some people can relate, but you can also, there's a lot of other derpy Pokemon that have more personality than this guy.
Yeah.
This guy's just like, one step away from being Kamala and just sleeping all his whole life.
So he's like the original Kamala?
I guess so. I mean, I don't know. Maybe like that would be Snorlax. But even Snorlax, I feel like, is more of a favorite and more relatable and more loved than Slowpoke.
Yeah, he's kind of like a discount Snorlax.
For sure.
Discount
I
Snorlax.
feel like Slowpoke is, and for me, when I think of Slowpoke, I think of the games, how they're always trying to sell you Slowpoke tail to eat.
Oh yeah, they are. Oh my gosh, I forgot about that. Wow. Wow. Yeah. This guy is being hunted to exist. Could you imagine just being like the most like friendly, like the most like unthreatening Pokemon in the universe, and you're just like hunted for your ass?
I can't say I can't imagine that.
Like,
No.
look at all that meat on. He's a thick boy,
Right.
and they just want to eat his booty.
Yeah.
Probably
I mean,
Staring.
tail can be pretty good. I've had like alligator tail, and that was delicious.
I mean,
So if it's anything like that,
yeah, but they eat the rest of the alligator too, not just the ass.
they?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I didn't know
Have
that.
you-
I thought it was just the tail.
Have you seen Norbit, where he just gets like the turkey ass
Yeah.
or the chicken
Yeah.
ass?
Yeah. I was like, that's not what it looks like. Oh man. Oh jeez. Do you like Slowpoke?
I do like Slowpoke. I've never used one, but I've kind of always wanted to. It's kind of like the Victory Bell thing.
There it is. This is not what it looks like.
Can we say this is our Slowpoke?
This is our Slowpoke.
It's part of the chicken they feed Norbit.
Oh my god.
Like
I don't know where those chickens come from.
who made this prop? Like, can we just talk about like someone wrote this into a scene? Someone envisioned this in their head
Yeah.
and created.
Daydreaming.
Yeah, like there is a puckered butthole
Oh gosh.
in this.
Well, why don't you talk to us about Slowpoke? Because I'm honestly not very much of a fan. I don't really see much of the appeal.
So the appeal for me actually comes like. So first of all, I really enjoy its typing. Water
It's
Psychic.
just water, right? It's just water, I think, when it's Slowpoke.
Yeah, but I tend to look at the first evolutions like as their potential.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, I gotcha.
so like my appeal for Slowpoke isn't actually Slowpoke because there are things about Slowpoke that bother me. And surprisingly, it's not what you're like. It's not the face. It's not the body. It's not his delicious butt. It's actually.
Sorry, hold on. I'm actually wrong. He is water psychic.
Yeah, I thought so.
Okay, go ahead.
It's actually his one toenails.
You hated that with other Pokemon.
That's what I'm saying. I hate that.
Oh, you hate it. Oh, okay.
That's that Doug Trio guy going like, oh, I'm glad you gave him some lips. Let me just add a toenail.
He's like, what are these paws that you put on him?
Yeah.
Take this off. Just give him this little nail.
Yeah.
Freaking
Like,
trio guy.
Yeah, like
Darn you.
why? Why does it? Now it looks like just like he has like a thumb for like an arm.
Yeah.
And I can't help but just it's all I can notice. It's all I can see when I look at him. It's his one nail on each appendage.
And it looks like it bends in a really weird manner.
Yeah, like I feel like Slowpoke would be cute otherwise.
Yeah.
But I can't condone this behavior anymore.
I think if I look at Slowpoke long enough, I can convince myself and be like, yeah, he is a pretty cute Pokemon.
He's eating his own
I'll
ass.
give him that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's so delicious.
I can see why they like this.
Like, I can give him that. He is a cute Pokemon. But even that, man, other than that, like, I don't know, he doesn't have much going for him in my eyes.
No,
I can see, though, why other people would like him.
It's again like I think it's a really done simplistic Pokemon. You know?
Okay, let's go to Slowbro. I got a lot to say about Slowbro. Actually, I don't have a lot to say. I'm just like very passionate about how he about his tail, pretty much. Slowbro has such an interesting, lore. He puts his tail. A Slowpoke puts his tail into the water. A Shelter bites on it, and then he evolves into a different Pokemon. I think it doesn't do it justice that Shelter evolves into something that doesn't look like Shelter. I would not be opposed to Shelter evolving with Slowpoke, but I am opposed to it looking completely different and nothing like what Shelter looks like. Well, you can make it look kind of like a smaller version of Cloyster. You can make it look like a Shelter with more spikes or something like that. It just looks like a completely different shell Pokemon. And for me, that kind of bothers me. And Slowbro really isn't much different than Slowpoke design-wise. It kind of has the same face, and now it can stand on its hind legs, and it looks like it has like a kangaroo pouch.
Mm-hmm.
So, in my opinion, this is design-wise. I even like Slowpoke more than Slowbro. I enjoy its coloring. I enjoy like what it's supposed to stand for, but it's not my favorite. It's not a Pokemon that I really look forward to using. But I also wouldn't say I hate it. I also wouldn't say that's ugly or anything like that. It's just kind of bottom, not even bottom tier. I'd give it like a C tier kind of thing,
Yeah.
That's kind of cute. Maybe it's a hippo.
Yeah, maybe. I actually like Slowpoke. I mean Slowbro. I do find it weird, however, that these shelters can change, contort, and twist in different creatures. Like, for instance, this shell, this shell, the one with it on its head, this shell, and then of course a cloister.
Right.
You know. Um,
Oh, dude, the hippo actually makes a lot of sense now,
right?
doesn't it? Doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Or like a manatee? Is that what that was?
Hmm.
Oh, jeez. That's like when you go to an AI and tell it and describe Slowbro.
Yeah. When I think of slow, bro, I think of like something tanky, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I definitely feel like I definitely feel like this should have been its own Pokemon though, instead of like a Shellder.
Oh, making a different shell Pokemon. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, yeah. That would have been a good idea.
And it could have been a very unique situation to where like they can only evolve together.
If you put them in your party together and level them up or something, that would be great. Yeah, that would have been great. I would have loved that.
Mm-hmm.
And like this Pokemon would almost be useless. The shell Pokemon. It wouldn't be a very good one.
Yeah, like they would be like neither one of them would be very good on their own.
Right.
You know, but together.
Yeah, I like that idea.
You ready to move on to Slow King?
Let's do it.
Or do you have anything else to say?
Design-wise and character-wise, actually, you go first. I've started a lot of these.
I don't really know how to feel about this Pokemon. I probably would have loved Slow King if it didn't have this weird jester thing around its neck.
Mm-hmm.
Like the idea of putting that shell instead of on its ass, on its head, like, seems really like a cool idea. But it's like the neck thing that kills me with it. And the fact that like it's has its hands behind its back, like it's actually like no longer stupid, you know.
I mean, you haven't seen Pokemon 2000, right?
No.
He's not stupid. He's actually really smart, and he can talk to people, and he can talk.
Oh yeah.
I don't remember if he talks to them psychologically or if he can actually talk with his mouth. But he actually does become super smart.
Yeah.
And the character is unbearable, man. And maybe it's because of Pokemon 2000, but man, Slow King for me is the worst of all of these evolutions. And all of a sudden, like the Shellder it loses its face and it has a gem now.
Yeah, I don't really like the fact that the Shellder loses its identity and is not sentient anymore.
Right.
It's definitely a weird way to go with it, but
yeah, I don't like Slow King at all. I would just
really?
get rid of that one. Yeah, I don't like it at all. No, not at all. And unnecessary. I mean, I do like Pokemon that have like two options where you can go, oh, we can go this way or that way. But I like better what they did with Galarian one, or like with Galarian Slowbro, just put the shell on the arm or something like that. But no, Slow King, I can't get behind it, and I think the movie kind of ruined him for me a lot too. I don't like his little gesture thing. I don't like the Shellder loses its, like you said, he loses his personality, loses his face. And then it just goes from like, oh, here's this really slow, stupid, slow poke, and then He's slow, bro, but he's bulky. Okay, now he's a psychic genius. What?
Yeah.
Nah, I don't know.
Yeah, I
Doesn't
agree.
make sense to me. I think Slow King definitely is gonna bring the rating down for me, at least overall, for me, for this evolutionary line.
Okay. So let's go,
So Omega would be next. Yeah.
well, your,
Mega Slowbro. Or I guess it'd be Mega Slowbro.
so what are your thoughts on this?
How?
Please have my coffee. It's on the table.
I mean, to me it looks like, you know, how when a little kid like finds like a sleeping bag and he kind of sticks his whole body in there. He's like, oh look, only my head is popping out. Or like when they're digging themselves in the sand or something. But then you can't move, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You're like under sand or in a sleeping bag. You can't like walk around.
Monster.
So,
I don't know. I don't know if it uses like psychic abilities to move around. I just sometimes the megas. There's a lot of great megas, but some of the megas make even less sense than a lot of other Pokemon would.
Yeah.
There's in the Pokedex, a lot of megas. If you read their description, a lot of times it says like that it hurts the Pokemon to go into their mega form.
Really?
Like that, it's like painful for them. A lot of them, yeah. So it shows like, you know, if they grow another part or they like get spikes or whatever. A lot of the times it'll say in the Pokedex that it's painful for them when they're in the mega form. This is one that I feel like probably is painful to this guy. To be in this little cocoon with razor sharp teeth around his face.
I mean, he definitely doesn't look happy.
No, he looks terrified. He looks so scared.
He looks like he doesn't know what's going on.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah, I don't like it. I mean, I could see something like this for like a cocoon Pokemon maybe, like a Butterfree with its head coming out.
Like it would like go back into a cocoon.
Right. But like a mega Metapod or something.
Mm-hmm.
We need a mega Kakuna and Megapod.
If only.
Nah, man, this is weak. This is trash, man. This is garbage. I hate it. I don't like it. Nah, I don't have really anything good to say about it. I don't think it's literally the same design. It's a Slowpoke, but now he's stuck in the shell. And he's terrified.
Yeah, so this is actually the first Mega that I've just straight up hated. There's nothing redeeming about this other than they gave him more fingernails.
Oh yeah, there you go. There's one thing.
I don't really. Okay, I'm gonna be. I have not seen this Mega in any game. I don't know how this Mega functions or anything. But like, what is he, like a spinning top? I get like he's like a dreidel now, or something. Like he just spins on his tail or something, or
Dude,
does he like hop around?
I played a lot of X and Y, but I never Mega evolved as Slowpoke or Slowbro, just because why? But I think he just hovers, like with psychic abilities, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think he just hovers.
Not impressed, and I don't like the fact that the shell is just starting to do weird things, you know, and
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the design team was thinking when they made this, you know.
I just saw that picture. It's like, don't ask.
Where?
On the left.
No.
Oh, jeez. Oh, that's painful. Or not, you know, who knows?
Yeah, who knows? This is how I feel.
Yeah. It's a little rough, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Should we go to Galar?
Yeah, these are all just.
You aren't giving us anything to work with here.
Look, Mega's looking. Oh my god, people are hilarious.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Galarian and Slowpoke, I guess, would be next. Lazy redesign. I mean, right?
Yeah, what the hell? I don't even
Lazy redesign.
Why? I mean, is this Slowpoke poison? Or is this Slowpoke just same water psychic?
Let me look it up. I haven't played Sword and Shield, but this is... Oh, it looks like it's just psychic.
No, wow, not even water anymore?
Yeah, just psychic.
That's just weird that it would take away one of its major identifying characteristics.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't like it. I don't think yellow really goes with its color. You know, I feel like it kind of clashes.
Slowpoke is stronger than this. It's a stronger design.
Yeah.
There's not much to say, man. It's literally just regular Slowpoke with some yellow.
They're still with the one fingernail.
Yeah. Thanks, man. It's just not. It's just all of these are uninspiring.
Yeah.
Especially this one. Like, you can say what you want about like Alolan Meowth and Alolan Grimer and Alolan like Muk and whatever, all those other guys. But like, at least they tried to make things look different. This is just Slowpoke with a little bit of yellow.
Yeah.
It's like a painted Slowpoke.
Like, I feel like someone just like that Doug Trio guy just like Simba'd him with some yellow.
Freaking Doug Trio guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he Simba'd him. I like how we use that as a verb now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright, so Galarian Slowbro. Why don't you take this one?
I prefer. I feel like the purple matches the pink better. I feel like this should have been purple the whole time. Like, I'm not sure why that would change colors. I really enjoy the shell on the hand more. I haven't seen this Pokemon in action, but I'm assuming that works like a gun, a poison gun.
Poison gun, yeah.
Which I think is a really cool concept. Yeah, I feel like this is a genuine upgrade, and I feel like this is the best rendition of Slowpoke, Slowbro so far.
Yeah, man, you took the words right out of my mouth. Like, this is by far, for me, like, way, way far, the best design of all of the things we've looked at so far.
Yeah.
I love the idea of a poison gun, and I like the idea, and I like that this Shelter's still alive. You can see its eyes, you know, at the top of his shoulder. So I just imagine it. Yeah, see, I was just gonna say that. I can just imagine Slowbro looking at the Shelter and be like, "You ready?" And the Shelter be like, "Let's do this," and then just shoot poison ooze at their unsuspecting victims. I actually really like this Slowbro.
Yeah, me too.
I can't say that about any other one of this evolutionary line. But this one, I've never used it. I've never played Sword and Shield, but dang, this is the best one for sure. It's so cool.
Yeah, I agree.
And I do like the fact that it looks like his brain is poisoned. You know?
Yeah.
Like he no longer is like a derpy, dopey little guy that just kind of chills by the ocean. It's like it's maybe like the shelter's poisonous, and it's gotten it into his brain, and now it's kind of controls him. I don't know. Maybe I'm putting this whole story in my head, but I just really like this one a lot.
Just like creating a backstory.
Right in my head, yeah. Very cool. And it's very subtle, what they changed to about regular Slowbro. But I think it works.
Yeah. How do you feel about Slow King? I too feel the fart noises about it.
I too feel the fart noises. In fact, I need to go to the restroom.
Yeah. That thing is just ugly, man. It looks like it looks like a bucket on its head.
Bucket, yeah.
Like, are those the Shelter's eyes or Slow King's eyes?
Who knows?
That Jester thing got longer. Like,
yeah. If you had to pick him or Slow King. You're like,
Slow King.
Have to.
Slow King. I can't condone this bucket.
Yeah. I think I would pick this one, but that's only because I like poison types a lot. And this one's psychic poison. That's pretty cool.
That is a cool typing. That is actually very unique.
Yeah. But that's about it. That's the only thing I like about this is its typing. Oh man, this is rough. At least like when we had to do Meowth that had tons of evolutions, we kind of disagreed on everything. This one I feel like we agree on everything, but we agree on it because it's so obviously bad or obviously cool.
Yeah. I feel like the Slowpoke has just like a spectrum of like ratings for the design. Like,
yeah. Woof. Woof.
Big woof.
Yeah.
Well, what would you rate this line?
Maybe like a 2 poison squirts.
2 poison squirts?
Yeah, it's definitely below average, but I really don't hate Slowpoke or Slowbro. I would say Slowpoke and Slowbro are about average for me, and then this Galarian Slowbro is really, really great. There's a lot of trash here too, but I think it deserves, almost an average with everything considered.
Yeah.
I'd give it a 2 poison squirts. Yeah.
Wow. I'd give it a 2 also.
Wow.
2
Agreed again.
2 booty nibbles.
What?
2 booty nibbles. Or front side nibbles.
Yeah, or front nipple. Nipples. Front nipples.
Yeah.
A nipple nibble.
This evolutionary line.
It's like, what is that?
I don't know.
It goes up and then it goes down. Wow. I give this evolution about like 3 out of 10 green rocks. Green forehead rocks.
Green forehead rocks.
No more Diglett dicks, huh?
No more Diglett dicks.
Unfortunately.
You screamed it out one time.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, I think if I get Sword and Shield, if we ever end up buying it together, I wouldn't mind using the Slowbro though.
Yeah, for sure. Alrighty, man. I feel like that was a end of a long journey just to start up again.
Right.
Season 1 down in the books.
Season 1 down in the books. I'm excited to get our first episodes down again. So those of you who are probably wanting to start this Pokenana podcast, but they want to start with episode 1, we'll be getting those up soon.
I agree.
But until next time, keep your bananas on your chin, live the tropiest life. It's a good life. Better than the life I lived when I used to eat crazy.
Nah.
And I thought that I was gonna go crazy. And give those female and pheasant eyes
Oh yeah.
to your significant other.
Uh-huh.
Or the slowpoke eyes, whatever works for you.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty guys.
We'll see
Peace
you guys
out.
later.
See
Bye.
ya.